share some things about Usborne Books and More. Um, I am an independent consultant with Usborne Books and More, and I have been for quite a few years now. And for the most part, I do it just for books for my kids and because I love these books so much. But I do love sharing these books with everyone because they are truly wonderful books, well made, extremely educational and fun. And I love the fact that they are not commercialized, as in that it's not about it. It's not about like shows that the kids see on TV and stuff like that. These are classic stories, news stories, but they're all really wonderful books, and they really are very well made. So to start today, I wanted to share why I really kind of fell in love with Usborne Books, and part of the reason is because the people who have created the founder of the founder of this business has an outlook on how you should approach teaching and how you should approach books, especially children's books. And I think that it is really different, and I really like it. So Peter Usborne is the founder of Usborne Books and More, and this quote that I have here kind of sums it up. Children are clever, they are equals. We shouldn't talk down to them, but look across at them. Books should be friendly, as much like magnets as possible. They should be reliable and accurate, stylish and artistic. Books should help get you off of your couch so you're not just sitting there watching TV and chewing gum. They should promote wondering. They should be better than good. And I really do love that, and I really feel like that every Usborne book that I have picked up really does fit into that. So I'm going to go ahead and share some of the books that I have on my website, with it being close to Christmas and being close to Christmas and everyone looking at ways and gifts that they want to get for kids. I wanted to share these because I think that they would make wonderful gifts to any children. If for some reason you're not really able to afford to buy books, and it's not really something that you think that you could spend the money on, there is also the option of hosting a party. I do my parties through Zoom, which is the software that I'm actually using to create this video. But it's a really simple, I create a party or an event that you would invite your friends to through Facebook. And the reason that I do it through Facebook is because I can create the actual meeting through Zoom and share the link to it, and it makes it just easier that way. It makes it easy to share, but you can also share the link just through like a text message or something like that, if that's something that's easier for you. Through my Zoom parties, we keep it really short and sweet. We don't want to waste people's time. We just want to share these really wonderful books with them. And if you do have a party, then you can earn free books based on however many sales you have, is how you would find out, or how you would qualify to earn free books. And I have had many parties that did really wonderfully well, and the people were able to earn lots and lots of these wonderful books for free or for discounted prices. So so it's definitely something to think about. If you're at all interested, please let me know, and we can talk about it and figure out what would be best for you. It is not too late to get your books before Christmas, although we do have a time frame that we are working with here. For most of the country that I would be talking to people through, it's going to be this kind of brownish color right here, New Mexico, Texas area. And for those dates, we're in zone 1 to 2. And so our cutoff date to be able to make it for sure before Christmas is December 17th. It's December 17th. And so we have some time. So we have time to have a party. We have time to get our orders in and get these wonderful books into the hands of kids. because they are really wonderful, magical books that can really, I think, change kids' lives, because if you spark that interest in reading and you spark that interest in being interested in reading and in books, that's a gift that will go with that child for the rest of their life. So I think that it's important. I think that encouraging kids to read and to love to read is very, very important. Something new that Usborne Books is starting is this subscription book box. So $100 gets you 3 months, and there are 4 different age ranges available. And the shipment is the 3 shipments of 4 books in each. It also comes with some special gifts in there. And it's great because it's a way to save money and grow your library. They will be featuring mostly new titles, which is great because if you have any Usborne books, then you don't have to worry about getting duplicates. So I think that that is really great. Also know that anytime that we've received a box full of books, that my kids get so excited about it. And so this would be something that is a gift that it really truly is being given to them over a period of time that keeps on giving to them, and that would be exciting each time they get that new box of books. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's a great gift idea, and I think that this would be so fun for anyone who wanted to give this to a kiddo. There is also a printable gift certificate available, so that if you are giving it as a gift, then you can actually give them something. I would recommend that if you do this as a gift, that maybe you purchase a book and then put the certificate in it, so that it's like they're getting a book, and then this is kind of like a preview of what's to come kind of thing. So if you're interested and you'd like more details on that, please let me know. It is the season to read. It's cold outside, folks. So when your kiddos are staying inside, instead of just having them sit there watching TV or playing on their tablets or anything like that, if you have books around that they love to read, it's so good for them to just sit down and read and enter into a fantasy world and use their imaginations. So I think that that's super important. This is the way we do things around my house. We try to do something they want, something they need, something to wear, and something to read. So they have all of the things that they need for the upcoming year, and I think that this is a really great way to look at it. And a book is a gift that you can open again and again, and truly it's a gift that is giving to your child's future, because when you encourage your kiddo to read, you encourage your kiddo to really love literacy, then you are giving them a gift, because that is such an important thing in every person's life. Being able to read and being able to understand what you're reading and it not be a challenge is something that is very important. And I take it seriously, and I know a lot of people who do. When I was growing up, I did struggle with reading, and I really did not like to read. It was not my favorite thing to do. But as I got older, I found a love of reading, and that is something that I have tried to pass on to my kids, so that it's not just a chore, not just something they have to do in school that they dislike and they don't enjoy it. And so, you try and you do the best you can to try to encourage your kiddos to enjoy reading. And one of the ways that you can do that is by having books that they're going to love to read over and over again, with fun stories and wonderful pictures. Okay, so those are my images that I wanted to share with you guys. I do want to go ahead and go to my website. So I'm hoping that you guys actually were able to see all of that, because I don't know for sure if you were. So let me see if I can find that tab really quickly here. And there we go. Okay. Oh, hopefully you actually did see all of that. Shoot. I don't think you did. I have to do this again.
You are funny, Mama.
I know, I am funny, aren't I? Yeah, I don't think you guys can see that. Darn. Okay. Well, maybe you did. I'm not sure. Okay. Well, we're going to try this some more and see what happens here. Okay. Anyways, so this is my website. To get to my website, the website is x4091.myubam.com. And I will put that in the link to this video to make it easier to actually get to my website. You can also get to my website through my personal website, which is countrymom.com. Okay, once you get onto my website, I know a lot of times I have had people ask me, they wanted to make sure that they were actually getting to the right place before they purchased books because they wanted to make sure that I got credit for those books. So if you are at this website, I for sure 100% will get credit for your purchase. But I would appreciate it if when you get here, if you would select shop either here or also here works, any place that says shop works. And you would go here. Now, if you don't have an account, you will want to create an account before you start. Okay, and you can, it will have that available up here at the top whenever you first come to the site. Okay, as you can see right here, it says who you're shopping with, and then it says e-show. You do want to go ahead and select an e-show so that all of whatever you purchase actually goes to this one party. And that helps me with rewards so that I can get books for others. And so the way that you would do that is you go down here on the left-hand side, it says eShow eFair, and you would click here to find your event. So you just click on event. Just a minute, Judy. Okay. And then you select April Lock is what I named it. So that's all that you would need to do, and it'll show eShow up here at the top. So sorry, kiddo at home today still, so she's getting frustrated with me because I won't let her show be on. Read a book. Okay, I'm just going through my list, making sure that I covered everything I want to go over with you guys. Okay, so when you get to the website, there's a couple of things that are good to know when you're searching for books. Unless you're very familiar with Usborne books, and maybe then you already know what you're looking for. But if you've never purchased any Usborne books before, there are so many books on here that it might be kind of overwhelming and kind of hard to decide what would be the best book for who you're trying to purchase a book for. So what I can tell you is that you can search. So there's a search bar here. So if you have a kiddo who loves princesses, you could put in princess, and it's going to bring up all of the different books that are about princesses. Okay, and then you can also select down here at the bottom. If there's more than one page, then it'll give you the option to go to those pages. Now, so you could do dinosaur, and it's going to bring up all of the books that are about dinosaurs. So that kind of gives you a way to search through and find kind of what you're looking for. But that may not work for you. It may not be quite exactly what you're wanting to do. And so in which case, then I would tell you that you should go here to these categories. That's going to help you next in finding what you're looking for. You can go to your top sellers, and that's going to bring up all of our the books that sell the most, basically. And there are so many wonderful books here. Our Shine a Light books are books that when you open it up, you can shine a light behind the page and it shows a hidden image. And all of these books are educational. So the text is, for instance, the human body. The text is about the human body. So I'm going to go ahead and select so you can kind of see that when you shine behind the page, that the black part and with the white is what will show through. And so you're going to see the picture of the boy, you shine the light behind it, and then this is what you're going to see. And then it has more text to go along with what you're seeing. And so it's very educational, but it's really fun. And it's really a neat way to be able to teach because it's fun and the kids really love it. So I hope that you guys can see what I'm looking at here, because otherwise it's kind of hard to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that again so you can see what I did. If you select the image of the book, it will take you to more information about that book. And it will give you an overview of the book, so what it's about, basically. It's going to give you specifications, so the basic age group that this would be good for, how big the book is, how many pages it is, if it's in a series, what series that is, and then who the author is. And then there's also going to be reviews. Now, some of our books don't have reviews on here. The reviews are literally by people who purchased these books. But if there are reviews, sometimes that's very helpful in helping you be able to make a decision if you're looking for something specific, or if you're not sure if this book would be great for your kid. Then this looking through those reviews may actually help you. Okay, once you are ready to purchase, you can add this to your cart, and if you add this to your cart, it takes you right into your cart so that you can see what all is in there. You can use your back button, and you can obviously then just continue to go back to shop or whatever. But you can hit your back button, so if there's multiple books that you were wanting in the space that you were at, you could just hit your back button. So, interrupting for just a minute. Okay, so that's how you would go through and actually see the book itself and see the information about the book. If you really like this type of book and you want to see more of this type of book, up here at the top are all of our descriptors of this specific type of book. So 4 years and up, or preschool and kindergarten picture books, or Kane Miller, which Kane Miller is the publisher of this book. So if you want to see more books by Kane Miller is the publisher for, then you can select any of these and it will give you all of those options. So for instance, 4 years and up, and then it gives me all of the books that are good for 4 years and up. So it's kind of a neat way to actually be able to search through and look at what is available here. Okay, so those were our top sellers that we were looking at, and I'm just going to go through some of the basic books that are very, very popular. Then That's Not My series, which is, this is an example of one of those kinds of books. They are super fun because they're great truly for babies all the way through to even 5- and 6-year-olds love these books because they are touchy-feely books, but they also have basic text. So if you have an early reader, this is also still fun for them. And it's good for them when they're first learning to read and recognize words. The images are outlined in black, so it's easy for baby to see. And I'm going to go ahead and select the next, the page. And all of them are, that's not my, whatever the topic is. So this is a unicorn, so that's not my unicorn. Its ears are too soft. And then the ears are going to be the touchy-feely part. And each of the pages has a little tiny mouse that they can search for to try to find, which also makes it fun for those little guys that get distracted really easily to have them find the mouse. So these books are really fun. I love every single one of them that we have. And really, I wish that we had the whole series, but we don't. So the next one that I would like to go through with you is our pop-up books. These pop-up books are so much fun. And when you think of a pop-up book, like you think of, oh yeah, like the books that we had as kids. You open it up, it pops up, and it's cool. But these books are really like over the top amazing. Like the detail of the pop-up itself is pretty impressive. It also has the text, so it still is a storybook. And they do move as you open them up, so that's fun as well. But I was truly impressed with how detailed the pop-ups were themselves. And I would open it up myself and be like, oh, wow, that's really cool. So all of our pop-up books are really just amazing, and we have a lot of them. This is the Sleeping Beauty pop-up fairy tales, and like I said, these are just really so much fun, and it makes reading to your kiddo really fun. So let's see, we can go back up just so you can see a couple of more of the titles. Oops. Stop, Jeremy. Stop whining. Stop. Oh, come on, computer. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of titles. We have all of our fairy tales. So we have Snow White, we have Sleeping Beauty, and then there's Garden, Jungle, Cinderella, Dinosaurs. So, and then we even actually this is more of an activity type book, but we have color and pop-up, dinosaurs or animals. And this is really fun because you color it and you create the pop-ups yourself. So it's like you're creating your own book. So that's really fun. At least I think so. And then also I wanted to go over, as you can see, a lot of these have the little shopping cart beside the price here. And yeah, I see that book. Yeah, we have that one, huh? If it doesn't have the little orange shopping cart beside the price, then that book is actually sold out currently. So it's not available for purchase. Okay. Let's see. Our Lift the Flap books is the next thing that I wanted to cover. Lift the Flap books. We love Lift the Flap books, don't we, Julie? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Lift the Flap books, we have them for babies all the way up to your older kids. And they have found that when your kid is reading, or if you're reading to your child, when you're reading through and then you have a flap that you open up to see more information, that information is retained better and that the kiddo remembers that information more. I'm not really sure how that works or why, but they have found that that is true. So we have a lot of Lift the Flap books. We have colors, ABCs. For the baby, they also have the little trails that they can put their fingers on there. It's more like a playbook, adding and subtracting, how do flowers grow, how to see, first math. But then we also have even Lift the Flap computers and coding. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on this so you can kind of see it. So you can see there's a little like half moon right there. That's where you would lift up to see the flap. And like I said, the Usborne books are highly educational, but really fun at the same time. So it's giving you all this information, but the pictures are really fun and bright and colorful. The flaps make it more fun. And they're learning the whole time that they're reading through these books. So I just really love how Usborne Books does that. And these books are great for younger kids all the way up to even older kids. And so what's going on in here? And then you lift the flap and then it'll kind of give you a description of what's going on in the hive. So really fun, really cool, and super neat. Okay. So that was our Lift the Flap. Look Inside books is the next ones that I wanted to. Okay. So our Look Inside books are based on a certain topic. So here, for instance, Look Inside construction site. It has flaps as well. At least this one does. But it's like they're looking inside of a certain topic. So this is a construction site, and it has little flaps that they can open about what's going on. A concrete mixer arrives at the site, and they open it up, and it has more information about the concrete mixer. Let's see if I can go back and find another one. This is a good example. Let's see. How about space? Yes. Yeah, space. So Look Inside Space, and it has the flaps here as well. So in space, astronauts live in a floating home, and they lift the flap and they see information about that area. Like if they lift it here, it's going to tell them about what's going on in there. How did the space station get here? So just all kinds of cool information. And then it's got 60 flaps in this book. So like I said, we really love the flaps. Cinderella. Yeah, you like that? And so, the flaps are going to show. I believe, if I remember correctly, it shows inside the castle and inside the little pumpkin here. So peek inside a fairy tale. Now, some of our peek insides actually don't have very many flaps, if they have any. They are more like the cutouts follow through to the next page type of thing. But they're still very fun and educational, and the kids love them. So like this one with over 100 flaps for Look Inside Your Body. This is one of our best sellers, and it is amazing. And it's just really cool. So, all right. Let's see. Illustrated titles. So, let me get to that. Okay. So, our illustrated titles are, first of all, they're beautiful books. They're very well made. They're covered with kind of like a squishy, soft cover to help protect them. So we have Anne of Green Gables, we have illustrated adventure stories, ballet stories, Bible stories, classics, the alphabet, you know, we have all of this. We even have illustrated a dictionary, we have chemistry, biology, math. So there's lots and lots and lots of titles that go along with this illustrated theme. A thesaurus. So let me go ahead and click on a couple of these just to give you an idea. So illustrated as in, it gives you the information, but then it also has images that go along with it. So for Anne of Green Gables, it doesn't have a picture of the inside of it. Let me see if I can find one that does. No, it doesn't. But they're really just beautiful. Even like this is classic stories and action stories for young readers. It's out of print currently. Sorry, I should have picked a better one. Here, I'll click this one. Okay, here we go. We can see the inside of this one.
Yep.
Okay, so it's got beautiful, beautiful pictures. This is just the inside of what stories are available in here.
It's inside out.
It's inside out? Okay. But it's the images are beautiful, and the stories, if it is like the classic stories, are your classic stories, but just with beautiful images that go along with it. And the books are so very well made. So here's a good example. Okay. All right. And we have lots and lots of different illustrated options of stories here. So you would just need to, if you have something in mind that you're looking for, then you can look through here and find what would work for you. Illustrated stories from Shakespeare. So it's Shakespeare.
Inside out.
It's inside out. Okay. And then they've got these beautiful images that go with them here. Okay. One thing that I do think is really fun is that Usborne Books sells Bear Grylls books, and this is probably, I would say, the only commercialized type of books that we have is the Bear Grylls. And we have them. We have these stories that are about adventures, and Bear Grylls is one of the characters, but there's, you know, another character in it. But they talk. Stop it. They talk about, you know, the different things that you might come across during this adventure and how do you handle that and that kind of thing. So it's still based off of like the same type of thing that you would have with the Bear Grylls, like the show. But then also he has a survival skill handbook. Extreme Planet has amazing information about these animals. And then, let me go back again. Sorry, she's being super impatient with me right now. Then we also have an activity books and coloring books, and all of them have actually wonderful educational information that are a part of it. So it's an activity book, but it's also they're learning at the same time. A coloring book, but there's also lots of information in that coloring book, so they're still learning. Okay. Stop it. Okay, which brings me to our activity books. And actually, truly, our activity books are not just activity books. Also, over here in our categories, I haven't really been going through those a whole lot, but there's lots and lots of different ones here that you can select. There's age levels, so if you're looking for a book that is specifically good for your kid who is this age, or it, you know, like elementary school or middle school or whatever, it's broken down in under age levels. There is also, I believe, there it is, activities. So if you're looking for activities, you can click on the activities books, and then it gives you all of the different options here. Okay, so activity books, activity packs, hobbies, novelty, coloring books, sticker books, flashcards and activity cards, games and jigsaw, drawing and craft, our learning palette, and our wrap-ups. So I'll go through each of those just really briefly and give you some information about each of those. Our activity books, so for instance, the 100 Birds to Fold and Fly. These are actually, it gives you instructions on how to fold these, but basically it's like paper airplanes, but with really cool paper, and it shows them exactly how to fold each of the different ones. And my kids love these, like really love these. So that's if you're looking for a stocking stuffer or something for a kiddo who's not really into reading a whole lot and you want to give them something different, this is a really great option. We have logic puzzles, 100 Things to Do on a Plane, and this is in a year in my life with creative things to do each day, doodle stuff. So the activities, I'll select another page here just to give you some more examples. There's just so many great ones. We've got trivia questions. We've got these magic painting books. Okay, think of the color books that you would have the paintbrush. You dip the paintbrush in just plain water, and then you rub it on the page, and the paint is like part of the picture, and so it's like watercolor almost. Okay, so that's what these books are like, but we have them on many different topics. My kids absolutely love these. They think they are so fun. And so there's lots of different kinds for whatever your kiddo is into. We have puzzle books. We have these academies. So this one's Doctor Academy. We have Engineer Academy. So, you know, Entrepreneur Academy. So what you do when you get this is it has all this information about whatever your academy is. So, you know, what does a doctor do? And all of that. And then it has activities, things that you can do, place a sticker when you've completed your task. Okay, so I think that these are really cool because it kind of gives kids a way to like look into what are things that they might really like that would be or something they might be interested in doing as a profession. So I think that that's really cool. Okay, let's see. We have coloring books, obviously. Fingerprint activities. These are so fun as a way to kind of like as a keepsake. Have your kiddo do these, and then you know you've got their fingerprint, and they're really fun. So let's see. Let me select a page, and as example, like you're creating the little slug's shell with your thumb. You know, so it's just kind of cool way to do that. Okay, a couple more, and let's see. These are make buildings. It has you color in certain areas and cut other things out, and then it like all comes together. The book, all of it comes together to make this really cool building. I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of hard to describe. Measuring things activity book, beautiful room. So if you've got somebody who, you know, really loves to decorate and thinks they might want to be an interior decorator, this would be a great book for them. A math puzzle pad. So like I was saying, you know, we have so many different types of activity books, all of the different kinds of books. We have so many different types of books. We have activity packs. So in the pack, it basically it's just it's a bunch of different books all together. So we have a get ready for school pack with wipe clean book. Our wipe clean books are literally, you use a erase marker, or an erase marker or erase crayon, and they can mark on there, and then you can clean it off and they can do it again. So it's really great for learning to write, learning your letters. Even they have multiplication ones. They have so many different ones, but this is a get ready for school pack. So all of the books in there are your alphabet, learning to write, that kind of stuff. Dinosaur activity pack is going to have a sticker book in there, coloring book, just all kinds of different stuff like that. So you can select any of these, and it gives you the detail of what is actually in that packet. Step-by-step drawing activity pack. So I love our drawing books because my kids think that learning how to draw things is so fun. And so there's those kinds of books. And then we have like our fashion dressing, our sticker dressing dolly. These are so fun. My daughter absolutely loves, well, actually my son loves doing it too, dressing up the dolls with the stickers. So they think that these are just like the best. Okay, hobbies. Okay, so we have all these different types of books on different types of hobbies: gardening, chess, baking. We have this baking kit and the sewing kit. Do you have a budding writer? This is a great book for that. Let's see. I'll go through to the next one just to give you an idea. So we just really some really great books here. Let's see. Novelty. So these are like the noisy books. These are busy car books or the busy helicopter. I'm gonna go ahead and select on one of them so you can kind of see. It comes with a little car and it has a track. So you open the book up and it has a track. It has text on there, but you take the little car and you pull it back and it follows the track that's in there. And kids think that is just amazing. They think it's so fun that this book is like a toy also. And it's very interactive. And so these are super, super fun. And kids just love these. So so we have a couple of the busy books. Go back. There's one that's a train. So it's got the train track, and the train goes on the track. We also have these musical ones that are the keyboard, and it shows them with the numbers that are on the keyboard how to play these different songs. Same thing for the drumming book. Your first orchestra book, and it teaches you about the different instruments and then how it all comes together to make the song. Super cool and very educational. So that's what some of our novelty books are. Games and jigsaws. So At the Zoo book and jigsaw puzzle. So it's a book, and then it also has a jigsaw puzzle in there. So this one's a 100-piece jigsaw of a lively zoo scene for children to assemble. Really, really cool, and kind of neat that you can have both of them in one. So let's see here. Where am I? Activities and cards. We have just so many different types of cards, even famous paintings, travel and doodles. And these are wipe clean, at least the ones they can doodle on. They're wipe clean cards, so they can draw on them and then wipe it off and do it again. And these are great for if you're going to be out, you know, and you don't want to hand them your phone or an iPad. You want to give them something to do, but you don't want them to have that. So these are really great for that. We also have flashcards that are the Wipe Clean for first words. I think we also have alphabet and numbers also on these first word cards. Okay, let's see. Sticker books. We have so many sticker books. Like, I can't even go into how many sticker books we have. We have different subject, so like robot, superhero, spaceship, dinosaur, astronaut, you know, I mean, all of them are different subject. We do have a few where the stickers are reusable, so like you can put them in the back of the book and then redo it again. We do have some of those. The stickers themselves, they're not instantly like stuck to the page. You can't remove it and replace it. So there's that, and that's good. Let's see here. I think it might be these ones that are like, maybe not. This is 350, I think, reusable. Yeah, that's what that says, reusable stickers. So you can redo it over and over and over again, which I think is kind of a neat thing. So coloring books, we have got lots and lots and lots of coloring books. Books that are great for kids, books that are really great for adults. We have the transfers as well. So there's coloring portions, and then we also have like the transfers where you can rub the transfer onto the page. So just so many really cool ones. Let's see, drawing and craft. So let's see, so awesome doodle pad, art skills. I did tell you that we do have lots of different like how to draw type of books as well that take you step by step on how to draw. There's a couple of different types of books that are like that as well. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our learning palette, because it is really just very cool. So basically, you get your learning palette, which is the base, and then you put these cards on top, and the discs. They're going to answer the question the way that they think is correct. And then they turn it over to see if they were right, if they got the answer right. And we have these for like all of the basics here. We have first grade, reading, math, second grade, third grade. We've got our alphabet beginning level. We've got, it's all of your basics here, and they're really just so awesome. My kids think that it's so fun to do these. We also have learning wrap-ups, which are so cool as well. See if I can find a picture that kind of gives you a better idea of what it is. Okay, so the wrap-ups are for specific things. So addition, subtraction, division, fractions, multiplication. Okay, so, and it's for each of the numbers. So for instance, maybe this one's 1. Okay, so you're going to take 1 plus 1 is 2, and so you wrap it to the 2. And then you go, okay, 1 plus 2 is 3. So you wrap it around the 2 to the 3. So then they can turn that around and see if they got it correct. So it's instantly learning. If they did it right, they can go, oh, I messed up, you know, and do it again. They're really fun. And my kids, I have all of them. My kids love them. They love to do it. And it's kind of fun to see how fast you can go. So these are great. Also, great gifts for teachers, great gifts for your kiddos. So they're really cool. Okay, nonfiction. Usborne has got a humongous selection of nonfiction titles. From beginners and babies all the way through to older kiddos, okay? And I'm just going to select on a couple of these because there really is just so many of them. But the images in here are amazing. And for some of these, they are actually internet linked to certain websites. So if you have a kid who has a report that they're doing on a certain subject, then they can read what's in the book, but then also they can use the link to go to the website and get more information. And you don't have to worry about your kiddo being on the internet, searching this information, possibly coming across something that you don't want them to be coming across, or something that's not accurate either. All of the links that we use are thoroughly researched and accurate. So this is a great thing to have for your kiddo to be able to use. So we have our encyclopedias here, as well as fun information for younger ones as well. So let me just select so you can kind of see the titles. We've got really just so many, and you can see that the images are really fun. So they're really just really cool. I'm going to go back a couple here and select on, I'm doing the art. So you can see we have lots of different ones here, famous artists, famous paintings. Okay. And then you can see this is a typical page with images and information about it. I'm trying to find one that shows like an internet link actually on it, so you can kind of see what that looks like. Let's see here. There we go. So you can see, like right here, it has QR links right here, and it doesn't have a page showing it, but you can kind of get the gist of it with 1,000 internet links on this one. So it's really, really cool and great information. Okay, let's see here. Did I go through everything? For the most part, let's see. I wanted to show you because it's on sale right now. These are actually not books, but they are very cool. So we have Slot Together Theater with an Usborne book about this, but Nutcracker and Midsummer's Night Dream come to life as your child can put on these plays over and over again, made with sturdy punch-out pieces that fit together to make the theater, and it's so cool. There are YouTube videos that kind of give you a better idea because it's hard to see it just from this image. But these are really just so cool and great for, I would probably say, ages 7-ish up, because they have to be able to punch it out and put it together and all of that kind of thing. Younger kids would probably need to have a little bit of help. But the cool thing is this is on sale right now. Normally $44.99. It's $30 right now. Would make a super awesome gift for anybody who loves the theater, or for someone who loves ballet or anything like that. This one's a Victorian dollhouse, also on sale, and also super cool. Okay, let's see. I did our nonfiction, links. Okay, I think for the most part I've covered kind of the basis on how to get around in here. There is just so many amazing books. So you would just kind of need to dig around a little bit to kind of get an idea of what books would be best for your kiddo. If you're having trouble or you don't have time for that, then you could contact me and let me know what you're looking for and kind of like a price range that you're wanting to go with, and I would be happy to help you figure out what would be best for your kiddos. Just get in contact with me through Facebook, or if you happen to have my number, and I would be happy to help you. All right. I am going to go ahead and wrap it up with this because I don't want this video to be too long. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for taking a few minutes and checking this stuff out with me. Thanks. Bye.